My advice about growing old? I'd tell them to find the magic.
In my 89 years, I've learned that happiness is a choice, not a condition.
There's never an excuse to worry, and it makes it impossible for you to act appropriately.
You have to do what you enjoy. Better to try and fail than not to try at all.
So don't marry somebody and then think, oh, well, he'll change. It doesn't happen.
It seems to take a lifetime to learn how to live in the moment, but it shouldn't. I wish I could have learned this in my 30s instead of in my 60s. It would have given me decades more to enjoy life in this world.
Over many years as a gerontologist, I'd studied older people, and it was only later in my career, really relatively recently, that one particular idea hit me. Could we talk to older people and use them as sources of advice for the young? Even though older people in their 70s, 80s, and beyond experience loss, experience illness, they actually are happier than younger people are. It seemed to me there had to be a way to get that wisdom and distill it and show younger people what old people know about leading the good life and being happy. In 30 Lessons for Living, I collected information from close to 1,500 older people. My goal in this book was not just to interview 30 or 40 people. It was to get hundreds of people all talking about the same issue. It felt to me it was desperately necessary to understand and gather their life wisdom, quite honestly, before they were all gone. They've been through war, they've been through poverty. I talked to people who fought in the resistance in World War II, who went through the concentration camps. All those experiences make them credible experts on how to negotiate life's problems. So a reader can go to the book and find answers to some of life's major questions from the people I've called the wisest Americans.
A lot of their advice actually is very current and even sort of prophetic. What I began to realize was how much of a parallel there was between what our grandparents and great-grandparents went through and what we're going through today. When you get that many people with that much life behind them, there's going to be an awful lot of useful wisdom for anyone.
The level of emotional intensity with these interviews was, there was one interview where I was fighting back tears pretty hard because you connect with these people in a way that you don't expect to.
Hearing these stories come from someone who you don't know, and to hear, what they've gone through and the lessons that they've learned and would like to pass on really touches you in a different way. It really made me reflect on the person I was and who I wanted to be.
I think if you read these people's voices, it really brings it home to you. Because there's one thing that you do know at 70, 80, or 90 that younger people don't know, and that's that life is very, very short. It seems to a 20-year-old like you have this endless expanse of years and time. The answer is really, existentially, you don't. You're going to get to 60 and maybe have 30 or 40 more years of lifetime. How are you going to be, and what are you going to be like then? If we can take that perspective as a 20-year-old, as a 30-year-old, as a 40-year-old, it really changes the way you live your life. You can make key decisions now that will make your life more enjoyable because of that.